Hey, it's Dan. Welcome back. You're watching iallegedly. And I've got a good one for you today because AI is starting to close bank accounts. Are you next? Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Today we have a sponsor, Patriot Gold. But guys, it's been a while. It's time for a little mom yoga and talk about AI and banking. Think about this. This originally started in Canada, and they're seeing a rash of bank accounts that are being closed for a myriad of reasons. But what they're doing is they're doing an assessment to see what your risk is as a bank customer. And where this is stemming from are bad loans, bad credit cards, people being behind, and then the myriad of problems that people have with their checking accounts. Now, you can get your checking account closed for a lot of reasons: inactivity, writing bad checks, doing something that they think is illegal or improper. That's a great way to get your account shut down. But the banks are looking at different risks like this, kind of like your credit report. You know, your credit report, they say, says a lot about us. Now these credit reporting agencies are getting sued left and right for, not removing things that were proven not to be true on people's credit reports. Just leave that. What are they going to do about it? Yeah, your points drop 25, 30% more, and we get to pay more for this, but what the heck? What's happening with AI, though, is that it's going through and systematically looking at different nuances from everything. And here's the thing about this. Back in the day when you had some nerdy banker that would sit there and look at what problem, could possibly have with a bank account, they would see trends. And the trends were person, would get paid, spend all their money. They would get a loan and constantly pay it late or at the last minute before they got a late payment. You know, things like that. I mean, I used to walk my house payment in to the bank on the 14th of the month because the 15th is when I got charged the late fee. I did that a lot. Didn't know that was a big deal. I just thought I was being smart by delaying when I made my house payment. So, with that being said, never got a late fee, never got anything wrong with that. But that would be a red flag as far as the AI program is concerned. But what they're doing is they're going to make you pay. You're going to have to pay your loan, but they want to get rid of these bad accounts. And, we don't have to tell you what the reason is that your account's being closed. They can just do it. So this is what the problem is right now. And I'm telling you guys, multiple bank accounts, multiple relationships, get a credit union, get a bank, get a multiple way to pay for things. There are online debit cards that you can get from different banks that are not bad things. And, you can put, $500, $1,000, $2,000 a month in some of these accounts. They all have limits. But if something happened and you didn't have access to your bank account, you'd have the ability to get gas and pay bills and things like that. Look at the most recent victims of the LA fire. These people witnessed this firsthand where they could not get money out of an ATM. Whole region was shut down. Self-service was shut down. It's argument for having the satellite phones. It's why you should have things like this, because you don't know when it's going to happen, and it's incredibly smart to do so. But the AI programs, you can't defeat it. You can't go up against it. You can't talk to it. It's just going to show up and send you a bill, send you a notice and say, hey, congratulations, your account's been closed. They do not have to tell you what the reason is. That's the worst part about this. There's a rash of this in Canada right now. At first, they thought it was all political, and some of it was. You've heard of the term debanking. We talked about it on the private channel, iallegedly live, about people that were debanked, political figures that were debanked because they didn't like your politics. So we shut it down. Nobody wants this. Nobody wants to have the, their bank account closed because of who they voted for. It's ridiculous. But think of the risks that people have. We don't like your industry. We don't like that you're in the sporting goods industry of a certain type. We don't like that you're into gambling. We don't like that you're into, um, you know, making videos online. We just don't like it. And with that, we're going to cancel our relationship with you. Are you in a heavy cash business? I know people that buy boat parts, auto parts, things like that. They constantly are getting cash. $2,000, $8,000, $9,000, and go to these, different shows and things like that to purchase different things. And those are people that would be red flags. People that are in farming are considered red flags right now. You can't make this stuff up. But I'm telling you, if you have a long term relationship with your bank, go in there and tell people what you do for a living, what you do for a job. Explain your situation. You know, I know people that have had plenty of money. And, my friend used to joke about his wife. Oh my God, she still has checks in the account. She can still write checks, not balancing her checkbook ever. Okay. Oh, they bounced. Okay. What's the fee? Okay. I'll cover it. Have a nice day. People like that, they're getting rid of. Now, that seems ridiculous to even say something like that out loud because, gosh, you'd kind of give yourself a fighting chance to do the math in your account. They're not. And AI is going to control all of our lives. My friend Mike has brought this up as regarding health, with regarding the future of so much in our lives, as far as employees, as far as work. um, you're not going to have to do anything. There's going to be so many people losing their jobs right now that people think that they're invincible and that they'll never need to get rid of salespeople. I spoke to my agent yesterday who was talking about how there are certain sales forces inside the company that they do not need to have pay these people. Just don't. Why would I have an employee sitting there behind a desk making all this money, all these commissions, when I could have an AI robot do the exact same thing? And you know what they do? They don't talk back. They don't get a paycheck. I pay for the fee once, maintain it, and that's it. The IT department is now the new sales department. Remember that. The IT department is now making the decision on your checking account. I'm telling you guys, be very leery of this. Be very cautious, because what they'll do is, think about this. Think about the hell that this would be. You have a loan outstanding with the bank, so you think you're safe. No, no, no. They'll shut down your credit cards. They'll shut down your bank account, but you better pay that loan back or we're going to sue you. Understand that. So there's no shenanigans with this. It's not like you're going to get a pass. It's not like you're going to be able to talk your way out of this. So look at this. And it's just not the bad people. It's limiting risk. AI is going to limit risk. So, we don't like pharmacists. We don't like contractors. We don't like people that are independent contractors that make money from Uber and Lyft and Uber Eats and things like that. They're going to start doing stuff like that, guys. So, just a matter of time until they start getting rid of the bad people. It's funny. I heard a story about what's the industries with the least amount of risk right now. That's what they're going to look at. That's what AI is going to look at. And are you one of these bad people? Get multiple bank accounts, guys. I'm telling you this right now. The LA fires, these rich people never planned on not being able to access their money or access their homes. And that's what they experienced. You and I could have the same thing happen to us overnight. Let's talk about our sponsor, Patriot Gold Group. There's a tremendous amount of uncertainty in this world, and we see it on the news every day. One thing that you can do to protect yourself and get a hedge against inflation and everything bad with the stock market is get yourself into precious metals. The best place to do this is number one rated Patriot Gold Group. Number one rated now for 9 years in a row. They've done over $2 billion in transactions. It's very easy to do business with them. Their customer service is absolutely the best. Fill out the link below or call them today at 888-330-1431. Think about this. JP Morgan's delivering a ton of gold this month. You've got UBS, Morgan Stanley, all these people talking about the glory days of gold are in front of us right now. Contact Patriot Gold Group today. Get a free investor guide. IRAs, 401ks, an IRA for life, free for life if you have a qualifying rollover. Contact them, let them answer all your questions. 888-330-1431. Contact them today. Will AI cause the next Black Swan? I've got a great article below talking about how DeepSeek, the Chinese company, that developed an AI program in a few months for just under $6 million could threaten everything. Could it threaten, business, our environment? Could it threaten, the stock market? Everything that we know about. Who knows? But is this the Black Swan event? Something's going to come out of thin air that's going to take out the stock market, and it's going to affect everything, and it's going to be something that, oh my gosh, we all should have seen that coming. That's a black swan, guys. It's something that happens, at a moment's notice, and then it's apparent that it should have, we should have seen it all along. But I don't know if it's going to be this. What I do know is AI is going to play a major role in all of our lives moving forward. And it's going to be something that's going to dramatically affect business, I think, in a lot of good ways. And I think it's in a lot of bad ways, because if you're not skilled at selling, skilled at, moving your business forward or communicating, you're going to have a problem, because you can be replaced real easily. Learn social skills. If you don't learn something new. I mean, knowledge is the greatest thing. And I've told this story so many times, but in 2018, my son bought me an iPad, and I just dedicated myself to using this iPad to learn new things. The iPad now, the memory is full, it won't work, but I'm not getting rid of it, because it just, it means so much to me. It's got so many memories tied to it with everything I've gotten out of this thing. And I'm telling you, you need to look at this for what it is. Business is changing right now. Comcast, the cable company, had a huge blow late last week because of the number of signups and its Peacock network and all these different problems it's have. But the other thing is that it's losing. Think about this. It didn't gain subscribers. It lost 130,000 subscribers in a month. That is crazy, guys, when you think about this. What do you need? Do you need to pay for TV? What's good on TV? Landman's good on TV. That's the only thing I could think of. And that show's done until next season, if it comes back. So sports. A friend of mine calls today as I'm driving here and says, I'm really worried about this baseball season, because, it's going to be so fragmented. We're going to have 9 different, apps to watch everything. No, just don't do it. Don't participate in it. Don't participate in that, guys. So Tubi, Pluto, all those free services, those things are great when it comes to watching TV. The best services that are free, you're going to see more streaming stuff come out that are going to be free, that are going to change things. But the Black Swan, what's it going to be? Is it going to be something that's just going to destroy everything? Is it going to be in the lending end? You know, uh, Greg Manarino keeps talking about, I'm just going to say banking in general. You're going to see problems with money and with lending. And when you see things like Doge uh, trying to squeeze all the money out of government efficiency, it is crazy. I'm doing a video on all the money and the waste that we've done. I mean, it is nuts, guys. Absolutely nuts. The money that we spend on a regular basis with our government, that you wouldn't believe. More money than you'll make in a lifetime is pissed away on the most ridiculous things. So, will AI fix this? Hopefully. Hopefully, it'll stop people from spending money like that. One thing that's funny about being a peasant and us common folk is that we can only complain so much. Only certain people listen to us. It's wild, because people that were victims of the LA wildfire, the rich people, they're going to safer locations on the west side, flatlands, but they are paying sick rents. I mean, they're paying money that would just, I mean, some people don't even pay this in a year, paying $100,000 a month to rent a house that used to be $40,000 a month, which still, a $40,000 a month house is insane. Wonder what that looks like. There's a great article from the Hollywood Reporter talking about how these people are fed up, they're angry, they're furious that they lost their homes, and now they have to pay more than ever. So, boo hoo, but, maybe it'll wake people up to the consequences of things that have happened. I mean, not having water in that reservoir. Think about this, guys. Think about this little stat. That reservoir was emptied in February of last year. Okay, so they knew there was a hole in it. Got to fix it. February of last year. Then what do? They go out and put it out to bid in November of 2024. Okay, basically waited 6 months, 7 months, 8 months to put it out to bid. There's no water in it when the fires hit. Okay, heads are going to roll for this stuff, guys. Heads are going to roll for this. MSG Network is the Madison Square Garden network that you can watch the New York Rangers and New York Knicks on. Well, if you're on the Optum, uh, cable network, there's a dispute in payment, so they cannot watch their own local team. 1 million people, 1 million households in New York. Isn't that crazy? Well, think about this. It gets even worse. James Dolan owns that MSG network, and they're near bankruptcy. This billionaire, he owes J.P. Morgan, they're the leading lender, $829 million. Okay, yeah, Jamie Dimon will show up at your house for $829 million. He won't send hey, can you send me the coupon book? No, it's not going to happen. So with that, they're trying to restructure the debt, keep this out of bankruptcy. I'm telling you this right now. People are sick of paying for sports. People are sick of paying cable prices. They're cutting everything back. Get rid of your subscriptions. Do you know you can go to your credit agency, Experian? They will help you get rid of your subscriptions off your credit report. Who knew, guys? I mean, this is something that has become a business now. Hey, we're here to save you money. So I'm telling you guys, it's just a matter of time until people just get done with pissing money away. And again, there's freedom in not owing anybody any money. I'm telling you, it's a great thing to live. And you have to have multiple bank accounts. You have to have cash on hand. You have to have an emergency fund. And the fires made it, what would you do? What was your plan if your building burnt down? Where would you go live? Well, I don't want to think about that, Dan. Think the people in Philadelphia last week, think that they thought that was going to happen? Nobody did. Nobody thinks these things are going to happen. And then when they do, they're not prepared. Have conversations. I know where I would go if there was some disaster at my house. Okay, I'm going to your house. Okay, have a plan, guys. Okay, because James Dolan doesn't have a plan. I'm going to finish this video with these last two things. First things first, we have a private channel called iallegedly Live that I'm very proud of. We have 200 videos on there, and it's great. I mean, it's everything uncensored that we can't talk about in other places. Check it out today at iallegedly.tv. And final story, if this doesn't make you concerned about the Black Swan, there were 10 times more bets placed in January by hedge funds that the stock market is going to turn negative in the first half of 2025 than there have ever been. 10 times the bets, guys. So do they know something? They know that the stock market's going to turn south. I always look at people like this because they seem to make money when we don't. So let me know what you think. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. If you want to get a hold of me, it's hello@iallegedly.com. What's the next Black Swan? Is there going to be an AI, uh, shut down on bank accounts? Let me know what you think about all this, guys.